friends, Ingrid Arya here. Happy Friday. Today let's move on to our third chakra, the navel chakra, Manipura, also known as the solar plexus. Manipura in Sanskrit, Mani is gem or jewel, and Pura is city, the city of jewels, lustrous gems. This is also translated as between the place of your navel, above your navel, and then right where your central ribs come to meet. So in between the space, which is also where our Agni, our fire, our digestive fire lives. So Manipura, the third chakra, rules over digestion and the pancreas. So we know the pancreas is responsible for producing insulin, which helps to regulate blood sugar levels. It also produces hormones and enzymes which help with the digestive process. So something I always, it's my nature to do a zoom out and see this kind of connection between the wisdoms of the world. So in my tradition, the word mani would be Hebrew for my man. Man is something in our culture that is taught of as an ancient food that we experienced once, and it was a perfect food. It had the taste of whatever you wanted it to taste like, and it had exactly the right nutrition you needed. There was nothing lacking, there was nothing excessive. And so this is really interesting for me because when we think of what we digest, really it's about what we first ingest and how do we take in this food that we're given. What do we do with it? Where does it go? I mean, we know the soil these days is lacking in tons of nutrients. Even if you try to eat the cleanest as possible that you can, you know, there's pollution out there. So instead of being broken by that, being aware that, thank God, we do have an immune system and we have certain kind of spares in the trunk to process things that are less than optimal for us. But when we think of digestion, we can also think of more than just the food we put into our bodies, but the emotional food, the thought food, and especially in today's day, in this age where there's so much information. This is a type of food that we're ingesting on a daily basis, and how do you digest it? Meaning, what do you say, I'm extracting this, this has nutritional value for me, or I'm going to excrete this because this is junk. My body really has no use for it, so I'm going to pass it through to the other end. And it's something to explore. So I would suggest that our practice to connect with the navel chakra, the navel energy center that is, as you see, I got my yellow owl, represented by the color yellow. It's my 3-minute egg. They don't sponsor me, but I'm open to it. I got my yellow pillow. I love the color yellow. And this chakra is also really in relationship to your relationship with yourself. To your relationship with your willpower, in Hebrew, ratzon, to your relationship with your personal power, the seat of your confidence, the seat of your self-esteem and your worth. It's an action-oriented space, because you think of fire. Fire is also transformative, right? You can put gold, hard gold, which is also another form of yellow, into fire and turn it into liquid, liquefy it. So fire is transformative, it's purative, and it helps with the digestive process. It also is a motivator. Yellow, we know in the art world, is the most assertive color. So if you have a whole palette before you of all the colors there are, yellow pops up first. So while it's not the most dominant and imposing like red, it's actually the brightest that your eye will notice. So a little exercise to explore is really to go throughout your day and to start even journaling. It can be a few words or just even your own code, like maybe journal if you can morning, afternoon, evening, or if that's too much, choose one of those times that is realistic and accessible for you, and whether it's handwritten or on your phone, preferably handwritten, how you're feeling, and like what kind of electronic information did you take in today? If you read the news or watch the news, what form is it? Is it paper? Do you read it in a newspaper? Do you get your news from the radio? Do you get your news from the TV? The TV is most powerful because you're getting the visual stimulation and also the audio, right? The radio we're just hearing, and the reading, it's your eyes, but there's more control and there's no sound influencing how you take this information in. So begin to explore that. I mean, I live in a country that's news obsessed. Every hour on the hour, every radio station is sharing the news, and really it's overwhelming, and it can, you know, I question, wait, am I being a good citizen by not listening to this? You know, am I not being informed? Or am I taking control of my personal responsibility so that I can go out and add more positivity to the world? Because if I listen to the news all the time, on the hour, every hour, it will break me down, right? Especially because the news focuses on the brokenness of the world, not from a resolution-oriented space of what we can do, of taking that as inspiration. There's a problem here, let's go see how we can resolve it. But really as a space of like, this is a brokenness, and either we're at desolation and despair, or, you know, get on the edge of your seat because there's hostility brewing or whatever. So find a time of day or a few times you can just check in with yourself and write down, jot down how you're feeling right now and what did you ingest beforehand. You can do it with food for sure, but I say pay even more attention to the information that you're taking in. You're reading magazines, what kinds of entertainment do you enjoy? Things like that, to begin to start paying attention to what you take in and the effects it might have on you. That's it. We're not looking to judge, and we're not looking to like change and transform everything right now. It all begins with some observation, some non-judgmental observation. So that is our homework, mine as well, to explore Manipura, the navel chakra, the solar plexus, third chakra. I wish you all a wonderful weekend, and get some good ingest some really wonderful things. Have a wonderful time, and we will connect soon.